Hello and welcome to my latest video. In this video I'm going to show you how to hack a headset. This is the headset for my phone, is what I mean. So we've got the forward and back buttons and a play and pause button and a answer the phone button. But the headphones it connects to are rubbish and these headphones aren't. So I'm going to show you how to connect these headphones to this headset. So obviously it's got the mic on there as well, but that's the only thing I want. So you get the buttons to go forward and back on your music and there's the mic at the back. But of course the headphones being a default headset are rubbish. So let's hack it. Start off by taking note of which one is right and which one is left. This is very important. And we have this. It's a 3.5mm extender cable and we only really want a, well, not even a quantifiable fraction, a 20th or something, because this is a very long cable. But what we're going to do, we're going to cut it off here. So we get the female connector, which is this one. Not the male, the female. So we have the input. And we're going to tear this cable into two pieces. Because actually you've got 4 wires here, not 2, 4. Although it looks deceptive. Both the cables are coaxial, if you know what that means. So here it is, there's 2 cables. We've got the white and we've got the red. And 2 ground cables. And what we're going to do with these, obviously we need to cut them off because we're going to need to connect them. So snippy snippy. You can see it has a little bit of resistance to my cutting. It didn't really want to cut, but eventually it came round. Now as well, these are 2 coaxial cables. So we've got tiny cables, we've got a red, the green, and their ground cables. Now remember, left white and red right. Try and say that 10 times fast. Now we know this because of the input to those. That was an EZ cap. I'm sure you recognised it from my previous video. But anyway, what we're going to do, we've got to tie the cable up, so you spin it round so it's nice and ready to tie up. And then you tie the 2 cables together, so tie the 2 red cables together. Obviously red. And the other one is green on the other side, but I'm going to stick with that going to the white. I don't know why it's green, it just is. But it's going together. So you twist them round each other, keeping them ready. And we're going to take a bit of solder from here. And we're also going to wrap this round. This is a very lazy way to tin the wires, I think it's called. So you wrap this round. All nice and done. We now have some solder going around it. Take your soldering iron. And we're just going to melt it around it. It's a very lazy way to tin some wires. Getting all the solder all over it. As you can see, we're getting a nice finish. And make sure you do both sides. All stuck together, it's all for strength. So do all 4, and after you've done all 4 wires, we need to really protect them from each other. So we're going to take some tape. Here it is, just some bog standard electrical tape, and cover all the contacts, because you don't want them shorting because it won't work. This is crucial. So you can't see very well, but I've got my thumb in the way. We're going to take the tape and just cover all the metal. You do not want it shorting one bit. We're going to need to do this to all 4 cables. There we go. That's all done. It's not the greatest job ever, but I'm making it bigger for a reason. You'll see the reason later. But in the meantime, for added strength for your cable, because this is going to be a headphone cable, I'm going to put some more tape around it. This is just for added strength. We don't want it coming apart. So, finishing putting your tape on, we have this. It's not very strong yet, but it will be. But first, obviously, we need to test it. Does it work? We have one of my old videos that did quite well. Play it. And we can hear it. Hurrah! So it's working. It's very important to test it before you do this. This is what's called a hot air gun. It blows very hot air. So I'm going to be using it on what's called heat shrink. As the name suggests, it shrinks when it's hot. So it's on now, very loud. It's essentially a very, very hot air dryer. So hard to use good, where you don't want to blow it towards the head. You can see it's melting the heat shrink, shrinking it to its shrinkable size. I'm using a piece of cardboard to protect the switch underneath. As you can see on the cardboard there, you can see a little bit of damage caused by the hot air gun. So after putting that down, we're done, as soon as it's cooled down. Now, I know what you're saying, it's red, and it looks horrible. Now you can get black heat shrink, but I didn't have any, and I needed to get this video done. So I'm going to show you a trick way to do it. Take your red heat shrink and just cover it in electrical tape. Looks exactly the same as if it were black heat shrink. Exactly the same. So you need to cover it all, and not only will this help, it will also give you a little more strength than you had before, and it will look cooler. Obviously it'll match your cable. And once you've done that, you can see we're pretty much done. And we've extended the cable, giving it an input instead of just two headphones. Sure, it's going to make your cable longer, but you always want a longer cable. Now, here's that video again. Does it work? Has it survived the heat shrink treatment? Well, I imagine it will because it's a wire. Here we go. And you can hear it. So we worked 100%. So now it's the time I say, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.